Thank you, Andy. Good morning, everyone. I started to come out today wearing sunglasses just to symbolize all of the new lights, but I thought that was a little too much. But yes, it's definitely worth applause. So thank you so much. And you'll notice new lights here, new lights everywhere, and nothing's standing on legs. Isn't it wonderful? Those of you watching us on YouTube, you are welcome too, and I bet you can see the light from wherever you are. Welcome to be here, and let's really stand up and celebrate with I Am the Light. And this little light of mine.
Huh? I don't know.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Let there be light, and there is. Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine, shine, everybody. Shine, shine, all around the world. Shine, shine,
Everybody,
shine, shine, everywhere I go. Yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
let it
Shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine, shine.
you know you wanna
Shine, shine, all around the world.
shine,
Shine, everybody. Shine, shine.
this.
Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Gonna
Let it shine,
shine, shine,
know you wanna
shine, shine.
Open up your heart and shine, shine.
everybody,
Shine, shine.
shine, shine, everybody,
Shine, shine, yes, shine, shine,
you wanna
shine, shine.
Let it shine. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful day to sing Let It Shine and allowing it to shine. We're all pretty excited about the light. But we always know that as we go within, that light is always shining. No matter how dim it may seem on the outside, within, that light is shining. It's shining within me. And I know that I can allow that light to shine through me, regardless of whatever light is on the outside. And I'm excited to know that that light is always there, simply waiting for me to let it shine. I know this for myself. And I know that in this service, there are so many opportunities to feel, to know, and that light is within everyone in this room, everyone listening to this service, knowing that I always have the light. And so in gratitude, simply for the knowing and for the feeling and for the presence of the eternal light, I allow myself to be incredibly grateful because I know that it is the truth. And so I can allow this to simply be and say with enthusiasm, and so it is. And so it very much is. We are at a place in your program, if you will take note, that we are going to have a practitioner dedication service. So our ministers are coming up, as well as the practitioners who are going to stand on the third step up. And we are going to have the third. Are you going to be up here? Are you going to have your practitioner dedication?
I will go wherever I'm told to go. As always. We want you all the way up here.
Please stand. Yeah, I love to stand here. The practitioners that you see before you are important parts of our center, and what we all know as ministers and what we learned as ministers is that before we were ministers, we are all practitioners. It is one of the most important parts of our ministry is to be a practitioner. And so in that feeling that we are all here to be fully present to that idea, Reverend Valerie is going to share a few words about practitionership.
Okay, so good morning. I am so excited. I have to tell you that my practitioner saved my life, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But we definitely want to utilize our practitioners. They are trained in prayer work and in spiritual coaching, so see a practitioner whenever something's going on. And after every service, they are available. They usually come down here by the steps or by the grand piano, ready to do a prayer for you. So it's beautiful, it's powerful, because sometimes we can't see the truth for ourselves. But when we've got the energy of these powerful practitioners, we're in good hands.
So as we step forward to this ceremony, we ask our licensed practitioners one question. We remind that everyone has already dedicated themselves to their practitionership and to service at this center. So we are asking, as we are about to place the stones on their shoulders, do you feel called to rededicate yourself to this center and to the calling of practitionership? And you say, I will, if you're willing.
I will. All together, do you commit yourself to continuing to be a beautiful spiritual mind practitioner? I will. Thank you. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead. So, by the power vested in all of us, we recommit to this wonderful space of being a practitioner, knowing that life is good and life is very good. And so it is. All right. Okay, we can go on down. We're going down.
On with our service, and I welcome up Paresh, who is going to give some amazing announcements. Let's welcome.
Good morning. Lots of light, and you're not little lights, you're big lights, you're big lights. Give yourself a big hand for being big lights, yes. Edith Wharton once said there are two ways of spreading light. One is to be the candle, and the other is to be the mirror that reflects it. So you can be both today and throughout the week and the remainder of this month, which just started yesterday. Anyone have some great April Fool's jokes? Anyone play a joke on anyone on April Fool's? A couple of you. I'm a little mischievous. I like doing that. Okay, so good morning. We have a lot of announcements today. Most of them are in your program and will be projected on the YouTube channel. Hey, everyone at home. Our speaker today will be our executive director, who you just met briefly, Reverend Valerie Reeves, and Reverend Mary Morgan will be teaching an abundance workshop today, the 40-day prosperity plan from 12:30 until 2. And that will be right here here, and the workshop will launch you deeper into the understanding of the practices of abundance. So check out the program or just stop by at 12:30 today in the back. On next week, April 3rd, tomorrow, will be the men's group meeting at 7 p.m. in the foyer. Every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, Reverend Kathy will have an in-person book reading continue. And the book this time is The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And it's a great book, and Reverend Kathy's amazing. So I recommend you come to that Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Yoga class will continue on April 11th, okay? So it won't be this week. It'll be April 11th. On Wednesday, I feel like happy days. Monday, Sunday, Monday, happy days. So Wednesday at 9:45 a.m. 9:45 a.m. On Zoom, our book reading titled Learn to Live by Irvin Seal continues. Email the office for a Zoom link. That will be online, so you can join from there. There will be no service this Wednesday, April 5th. Just so you all know, no service this Wednesday, April 5th. Thursday, April 6th, from 2 until 3:30, we join our spiritual discussion group in the foyer. It's an intimate gathering, and you can see Mark or Monica if you want to learn more about that. Right after Thursday, April 6th, at 2 to 2:30 in the spiritual group. Right after that, at 3:45, will be the Labyrinth Walk. It's a great, great, great experience. If you've never been lost in a labyrinth, then you'll find yourself in the center eventually. It's 3:45 till 5 in Richelieu Hall, and it's a wonderful time to practice being still and just knowing. If you've never done it before, you're in for a treat, and Reverend Kathy Sinfeld will have a guided meditation starting at 3:50 at that same time. Our Good Friday service will be this Friday, April 7th at 3 p.m. And Reverend Catherine's message will be Let Voices Sing. Looking ahead, we have Easter coming up, and on Easter Sunday, April 9th at 11 o'clock, Reverend Kathy, her message will be Rise Up, and it's going to be a great Easter service, and there's going to be a fun Easter egg hunt for the kids, your grandkids. Anyone have great-grandkids? Anyone have great-grandkids? Oh, look, we got a couple here. So bring the kid in you and your kids for the Easter egg hunt. That will be after service, April 9th at 11 o'clock. Join Dana Lemieux for her 30-minute chair and standing yoga class. Class will start on Monday, April 10th through Monday, May 1st. And it's from 11 to 11:30 in Richelieu Hall. Again, Monday, April 10th through Monday, May 1st from 11 to 11:30. The fee is $20 for all 4 classes, and that'll be due at the first class. The class includes pranayama, which is breath work, a 10-minute warm-up, and a cool-down period. So it's a pretty short practice time, so make sure you are there on time. By the way, if I don't announce a cost for one of the events, presume it's free, okay? Or blame me if I didn't get it right. Other happenings. Join us every Sunday for our Science of Mind Sunday class from 10:15 to 10:45 for a taste of Dr. Ernest Holmes. It's right before this service. And just a reminder, there won't be that Science of Mind class on Easter Sunday. January 30th through April 4th, a couple days from now, we call it the Season of Nonviolence, which is dedicated to demonstrating that nonviolence is a very powerful, powerful way to heal, transform, and empower ourselves and our communities. It was inspired by the memorial anniversaries of Dr. Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi. And this international event honors the vision for an empowered, nonviolent world. And that's what we want, right? Yes. So there are copies of the 64 Days of Practice available at the front desk, and today is day 63. And you can always start all over. So if you've missed 62 days, you can start today and just do it. Every day can be a day of nonviolence. So today's day is day 63, and the theme is release. A Sufi proverb says that when the heart weeps for what it has lost, the spirit laughs for what it has found. So today, look at how far you've come this year so far, and release the weight of the past. Your judgments about yourself, about others, and about the world. It's kind of a messy place sometimes. And release the idea that world peace is not possible. Release that idea and acknowledge that you actually make a difference. Because you're a light. Remember? We talked about that about 12 minutes ago. We have two dance groups here at the center. One is every Sunday, and the other is one is every first Sunday. I think that's the Roomba. And then the other one is every Wednesday evening. So check out with the office, dance over to the office, and find out about that. We have tons of volunteers, and this is a lot of stuff going on, so I'm really excited. So let's give all the volunteers, all the people who are giving these classes a big hand. The people who are back home, you can participate on Zoom for some of these sessions. There's a lot of effort that goes into every bit of this, including like getting these lights up. Major effort by a lot of folks behind the scenes and behind the cameras. So thanks a lot, Grant, and everyone there. So I have some big news from the board today. As promised last week, the board of directors is excited to share that Dr. Sharon Hudson will be starting as our new interim senior minister. Yes. Any of you know Dr. Sharon? Lots of folks know Dr. Sharon, so she's very familiar with the center, and she will be starting on April 16th, and she's going to be having a meet and greet right after service. So come by, welcome her, get to know her. She's a wonderful being, and we're just really excited. As you'll see from some of the details up on the board there, she has a very impressive background. Several people know her very well, and when she was suggested by the center to be our interim senior minister, a bunch of folks were like, oh my God, we can't think of anyone better than Dr. Sharon. So that was a really great sign of confidence. And then when we all met her as a board, we were just super impressed. So let me just share a couple of things that stood out for us as we got to know Dr. Sharon Hudson. Number one, like Dr. Moira, she felt a calling to ministry. Yeah. Do I hear a clap for Dr. Moira? We can always clap for Dr. Moira. Always clap for you, sweetheart. Always. Like Dr. Moira, she felt a calling to ministry at a very, very young age. She has been an ordained minister with the Science of Mind since 1999. She's worked in LA as a field leader, so she knows our ministers. She knows, I think, all of them, and she even knows Reverend Mike McMorrow, who's a great friend of mine. She worked as interim senior minister at two other centers in LA, and that's a very important thing to understand. An interim senior minister has a particular role for a particular time frame that's agreed to between the center and the minister. The interim minister explicitly is not destined to become the senior minister. I think, in fact, that's not the job description. Their job is to help us get on track for the next progress, the next phase of our growth and our mission. So she's done this twice, and on top of that, she has a background working in accounting and finance and software development, so it's pretty impressive. So very, very excited to have her. Let's see, for anyone who might be new today, Dr. Moira Fox has been our senior minister for quite some time. We can clap for her again. Come on. Yay! And she stepped back last year to address some health concerns. And so if Dr. Moira decides not to return actively as our senior minister, Dr. Sharon is going to partner with us to grow and transition and help us figure out the next steps for the center. So that is what we have going on. And again, we want to welcome all of the ministers, practitioners, and volunteers. We want to thank you all for holding the center together through the pandemic, through all these challenges. Yes, come on. And I think with that, we are going to welcome our amazing singer. When she walked in during This Little Light of Mine song, all of a sudden the place lit up even more. We have Donna Elaine Miller. Come on up.
Hello. You guys are really full of light today, and light and love and energy. Here we go. Holy, 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 we are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. Spirit divine, come to me, feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love lives in me. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. Spirit divine, come to me, feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love surrounding me. I am holy, holy, holy. Sing it with us. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. You are whole. I am whole. We are whole.
Muted it on you. Sorry.
Thank you for that, Paresh. Thank you. So, Donna, that was a beautiful song. And not only did you sing it wonderfully, but it's kind of like today's message of true alignment. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to deliver today's Science of Mind lesson based upon Reverend Valerie's message, True Alignment. Now, the dictionary defines alignment as an arrangement in a straight line or in correct or appropriate relative positions. Now, the straight line alignment, I understand, because I think of chiropractors and posture. I told my chiropractor that my spine was already in alignment, but he proved me wrong. Now I stand corrected. However, on a more serious note, I believe the other definition of alignment, correct or appropriate relative positions, pertains more to science of mind. For in science of mind, I think the question is, what are we in alignment with? Is it possible to be in alignment with limitations and negative thinking? I think so. If our consciousness is in alignment with sickness, negative emotions, and limitations, we are going to manifest those conditions. But Reverend Valerie's message is true alignment. In Stephen Covey's book, First Things First, which he wrote after The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he talks about true north principles. Quote, "Our ability to create quality of life is a function of the degree to which our lives are aligned with extrinsic realities. The reality of true north gives context and meaning to where we are, where we want to go, and how to get there. We'd like to explore true north in the human dimension and look at how we can create an inner compass that empowers us to align our lives with it." True north principles, in my opinion, is a belief in a higher power. We don't need to create an inner compass. It's already there. We need to find it and to use that inner compass. We need to be in alignment with our source, that creative energy, intelligence, presence that is in us, through us, and as us. Dr. Ernest Holmes, founder of the Science of Mind, totally agrees when he wrote in the textbook, page 152, "Through prayer, we recognize a spiritual law that has always existed and put ourselves in alignment with it. So it is the true alignment with spiritual law that manifests our desires." On page 271 of the text, Ernest Holmes provides the advice for true alignment. "The way to work is to begin right where we are, and through constantly applying ourselves in truth, we gradually increase in wisdom and understanding. If day by day we have a greater understanding and clearer concept, if daily we are realizing more of capital T, truth, and applying it, capital I, it, in our actions, then we are on the right path." So, we have free choice. We have freedom of will. So the choice is yours. True alignment is with our source, that creative power, that essence, that energy, God. I know you'll choose wisely. Now, that is the truth from Ruth, and so it is.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer. what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer.
Nice. Thank you. That was so good. Thank you. It's so fun when people around me sing really well, because then I'm thinking, oh, I'm singing so good. Best day ever. Look at these lights. It's so great. Woo, lights. I almost want us to, I have to tell you, getting all the bids that we did for lights and finding and putting together the idea of how to do it, I just attribute so much to Grant, and knowing as much as he knows. We are so blessed, and I am so happy and so grateful. So it does definitely make the best day ever. So fun fact, my talk title is True Alignment. All week long I was thinking true authenticity. Okay, it's all right, it's all good, because it's all about the same, right? When we're in true alignment, we are being our authentic self. So we want to make sure that we are in that alignment, and I know that my car drives better when the wheels are in alignment. Right? So true alignment is when we're allowing spirit to flow through us, that we're connected to that oneness, that goodness, that godness, and we are expressing ourselves in the divine nature that we are, because we're already divine as we come into this life experience. And we get to come here and play and have fun, and sometimes be just a little too human. I have to tell you, last week I got mad. And whenever I get mad, I know that it all comes back to me. And when I get mad, I'm giving away my power. Because if I'm mad at anything out there, I have given away my power, stating basically to my inner self that I can't change my thinking in that moment to go down a due train of thought. So I was listening to Dr. Bruce Lipton, and he said, you know, get busy. When you get depressed, when you get sad, when you get mad, do something. Get out, take a walk. Turn on the sunshine. Even if it's raining outside, let it be sunshine where you are, so that we get excited about life and remember that we have a choice. Mark was saying it so beautifully and eloquently. We have a choice on what we're thinking. And despite everything going on out there, the most important thing is keeping ourselves in alignment and in love. Keeping ourselves in that love space. It is the microcosm of the macrocosm. As Gandhi said, be the peace you want to see, because if we're angry and frustrated inside, it's going out there. And that is creating our world out there. Let's create a world that works for everyone by getting in that space of love. Ernest Holmes says this in The Science of Mind. Well, he said it in the Science of Mind magazine. We resist being what we really are. We need to accept the fuller expression of the mind that is within us. That is the higher consciousness. For in its creative flow through us rests our entire future. The greater person that we are, the richer life we desire to enjoy. So the more we take time to connect, and I think of being in true alignment is really being in that whole 5 steps of treatment. Our 5 steps of treatment, we realize that God is everywhere. If God is everywhere, God, energy, spirit, back of everything is in me. And I know all things are good. And I go to that gratitude space, and then I release. And I allow spirit to guide and direct me. I allow that goodness that's happening to bubble up. Now, listening to Dr. Bruce Lipton, and I love this because I kept wondering, you know, they always say 8 years old is about when kids start discerning. Well, from 1 to 7, our brain is whole. And we're taking in everything, everything. When we get to about age 8, the right and left brain hemispheres separate. So we got the creative and we got the analytical brain. And usually one side or the other is kind of in charge in that moment. So we can discern more, but when we're from 1 to 7, we're just taking in everything. We can't say, no, that's a bad thought. No, I don't like that thought. No, I don't like those words. I don't like what you're saying to me. We can't, we're just taking it all in. We're observers. And we learn so much in those first 7 years. How many of you learned to walk by the time you were 1 or 2? And you're still doing it, right? Wow. We learned that then. And there's so many other things that we learned. Now, if we had parents that really loved themselves and they expressed that in their actions, then maybe we learned to love ourselves. But perhaps years of generations of dysfunction that didn't really love themselves, we started watching and seeing where we kind of land in the world. And now we get the opportunity to be mindful. Our conscious, busy monkey mind chatter is always happening. We get to discern, is this a good thought or is this a bad thought? Oh, not a good thought. Let me move to a new thought, which is our whole philosophy here. New thought, ancient wisdom. Knowing that there is a spirit and energy that flows through all of us, that keeps the oceans flowing, that keeps the planets in alignment. That same power is flowing right where all of us are. And we get the choice. Now, what I learned years ago is that everything that we think, everything that we're focusing on goes into our subconscious mind. Subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a dream, a reality, the truth, and a lie. It just takes it in. So we want to be careful of the messages that we are taking into that subconscious mind. We move in the direction of our most dominant thought, and that dominant thought is the collection of all the thoughts that we have. A lot of good, some bad, or maybe it's the other way. So the best thing I can do is start making sure that I'm inundating myself with good thoughts, loving thoughts, making peace with ourselves, forgiving ourselves, letting go of the past. And many times, we're not conscious in the moment. We're thinking past thoughts, or we're thinking about either awfulizing the future or just so caught up in what I got to do next, that we forget to be fully present in the moment. I had my brother and his wife and daughter stay with me for a week. You know, family, it's so great to see them for about 3 days. I know Eckhart Tolle says, if you want to see how enlightened you are, just have your family stay for a while. But it's my youngest brother, and I dearly, dearly love him. And I feel like I was so busy with so much stuff. We're sharing stories of the past, and I'm working on different things because a lot of stuff was going on, lights happening this week. And I feel like, was I fully conscious with him as much as I would love to be? He lives in Nebraska, so it's a bit of a trek either way. He comes out here, I go out there. So making sure that we're taking that conscious time when we're with people. Am I consciously in that space of love with you? Let me consciously be in that space of love. And the more I can be in that space of love with you, the more I can be in that space of love with myself, and vice versa. The more I can be in that space of love with myself and forgive myself for stuff I've done in the past, and then move forward. Now, some of you know that I am trained in hypnosis. I was working at a methadone clinic counseling heroin addicts for many years. And we had a doctor who was on staff who started doing hypnosis because he found that if they just got on methadone, it ends up with a dual habit, doesn't really help. So he started using hypnosis for drug addiction. And one of the nurses and I thought, we should take this class. So we went and took the class and started practicing on each other, practicing on our family and friends. And years later, as I had done quite a bit of hypnosis, my daughter said, oh my gosh, you should do stage hypnosis. I've seen that, and I'm thinking, I don't know. You know, it kind of makes a mockery. And she's like, no, it's laughter therapy. I'm like, oh yeah. How many of you have seen a stage hypnosis show before? Okay, it's where we get volunteers from the audience, and we put them in a hypnotic state and give them some powerful, amazing suggestions. Trust me, I only make people look good. I don't have anybody do anything crazy or silly. In the hypnosis state, when they're in that hypnotic state, we're using the subconscious mind. And so I was at a college in my hometown, Chadron, Nebraska. They would bring me out every year for orientation. And I had a huge crowd, 350 people, 24 people up on stage. I have to be so careful of my words when people are in that receptive state. We have our gamma amazing waves. Then we have our beta busy mind waves. We have our alpha waves. And our theta waves is where we're really in that subjective state, and then the delta state where we're asleep. Well, mostly in hypnosis, you want to get to about alpha or theta. So I have about 24 people up on stage, and I always close a show with the YMCA. Right? You got to look good. Village people. So I usually say, when the music comes on, you become the village people. You will inspire everyone to do the YMCA. I changed one word. When the music comes on, you will become the village people, and you will get people to do the YMCA. I turn on the music, 24 people on stage run off stage to get people to do the YMCA with them. Right? Powerful. It was like one word changed. So we want to be aware of what words am I putting into my subconscious mind consciously. Because the subconscious mind doesn't know. Are you planting a tree or are you planting a shoe? It doesn't know the difference. So I want to put in those good suggestions, those loving suggestions. And I want to make sure that I'm having a good love affair with myself. Because once I have that, then I can have a great love experience with everyone else in my experience. I can make sure that I am doing exactly what is right and perfect for me, listening to that creative urge. Ernest Holmes goes on to say this, and it's going to magically appear. Last week I thought I had the power, and it's a technical thing we're still working on, because I have a thing on my phone where I can work with this, but it's not quite there yet. So Dr. Ernest Holmes says this in Creative Living, and if you're new to Science of Mind or to this teaching, or you're just here for the first time, Dr. Ernest Holmes is the founder of this philosophy. He studied Jesus, he studied Buddha, he studied Emerson, Troward, Socrates, all of these great teachers, Emma Curtis Hopkins, and took all of these wonderful teachings and put them together in this philosophy. Now, he wanted it to be a teaching space. And because there's so much love and spirit through it, it's like, could we make it a church where people come together in community to be able to talk about these wonderful principles, which is what we do here. So he says this in Creative Living: there is an irresistible potential pressing against everyone for self-expression. If we listen, we shall hear it, not as a voice, but as a feeling, as a divine urge to express. And I think all of us have had that divine urge. That's why some people sing, do music. Some people dance, some people write, some people do yoga. I'm not there yet. So we take time to tune in to that inner knower that just knows what's right and perfect for us. Tune in. Know that we're part of that oneness of the universe. It's flowing through us. And what is my next step and my next step? And we don't have to put it all out there, but we can have a map of, hey, here's the vision, here's the direction I'm going, and that's okay to let it change in this moment, and then in this moment, as long as I'm honoring myself and loving myself through the process, and remembering and being conscious of the things that I'm saying to myself all day long, because we are talking to ourselves all day long, inside our head, sometimes out loud. A lot of times for me out loud now. It's like, oh, it's okay. Let it go. It's in the past. And that easy let it go, making sure that we are staying fully present for the I am that we are, and the beauty and the brilliance, and taking time, creating a habit. Every day, how do I express my spirit? How am I connecting to spirit? How am I seeing the divinity in everyone out there? And if I'm having an issue with anyone out there, what's going on with me? And how can I change my thinking in this moment? There's a great quote by Rumi, and it's going to come up. There we go. Wherever you stand, be the soul of that place. So wherever I stand, let me be the soul of that place. Let me be the love of that place. And let me see the divinity in each person. Because some days we're so in the human part that we can't see the divinity in anyone else or even in ourselves. So how can I see the divinity in someone else? Let me know that there's a divine, regardless of how somebody is acting out, that there's a divine spirit that flows through them, just like a divine spirit that flows through me. Let me make sure that I connect with that. Because the more we can do that, the more I can be around people that do that, the more we can be around cities that do that, the more we can be around the world that does that. Let me be that peace. Let me see the peace, regardless of everything that's happening out here. Let me send peace to the world, peace to myself, peace to everybody I greet. I had Shaka Gawain, Creative Visualization, one of the first books I really read getting into this teaching, and she has a video that I had watched over and over again, and it was kind of a Q&A where people would ask her questions. And they asked, what do you do when you see someone who's homeless? Because if we're creating our reality, didn't I create this? And she said, you know what I do? I don't take in the guilt. Oh my God, what has my thinking done? But I take in the responsibility, saying, okay, universe, whatever in me supports that, let me clean that up. Because there must be something, if I can see it out here, if you spot it, you got it. If I can see it out here, somewhere it's prevalent in me, let me clean that up within myself. Let me know that there is abundance everywhere for everyone. Let me clean up anything in me that is holding back on lack and limitation. Let me know that it is an abundant universe. Every blade of grass, every leaf on every tree, every grain of sand, that there is that and more. Let me be at that love space. So with that love space, I have a letter from the universe. It's to all of you. Dear human, you got it wrong. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. That is where you came from and where you'll return. You came here to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, whole love, infused with divinity, lived through a grace of stumbling, demonstrated through the beauty of messing up often. You didn't come here to be perfect, you already are. You came here to be gorgeously human, flawed and fabulous, and then to rise again into remembering the divinity of who you are right here, right now. So celebrating that. I love the song, I love myself the way I am. And still, I need to grow. And I get to grow. And I get to experience in this wonderful, amazing world. And even if it depends on what you look at. You look at this side, you look at that side. What side are you looking at? Are you going to true alignment and looking at everything's happening out here, but there's something even more divine happening inside of me? Let me breathe that life in. Let me celebrate life. And if today I can't get there, let me at least put a smile on my face. Let me take a walk outside. Let me look somebody in the eyes and be truly present there and say, I love you. You're amazing. Thank you for showing up, because the world would not be the same had you not shown up. Getting excited. It's like, oh yeah, it's just one of those days. Well, I find when we use some sign language, best day ever, right? They found that people that are even blind, if they're running through something or they're walking through something, or it's like, ta-da, I made it, they raise their hands even if they've never seen anybody else do it. It changes your whole body language, changes your mind, changes your thinking. It's like, best day ever. So when you're in the middle of that, you lose your keys, somebody breaks your heart, best day ever. Yes, I get to experience life, all of it. just go to that body language. Just say, best day ever. And then take a breath and know all is well. And as we end with a standing ovation saying best day ever, let's know it is the best day ever. Yes. Thank you. Okay. That was the sign that I gave for the ushers to come forward. So they're coming forward. Let's read our offering statement because it is the best day ever. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Indeed, we are. We are so incredibly grateful. And before I say anything else, I wanted to say wonderful words for the Reverend Valerie and for her talk. We're not sure where she went, but she is here, and what a wonderful idea to be in true alignment. And so it is my privilege to be able to share with you a letter from someone, a message from someone who helps us to know whether we are in alignment as a center with our mission, which is to honor your presence, to nurture your spirit, and to enrich the lives of all we serve. On Sunday, I was not planning to come to church. I like having the services online, but at the last minute, I decided I would just go. And I was so glad I did. I listened to words that were just for me. Someone close to me wants to do something I have argued against. I realized that I need to let them live their own life and do what they want to do. The message was just for me. I felt as if a burden was lifted from me because I needed to hear those words. And I thank the messenger for this message. And now we're going to welcome up our singer for a beautiful song, Step On Up, Diane Elaine Miller.
Donna.
Donna.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. You say I am love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours. Oh, and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I am love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours. Oh, and I believe. Yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe. Taking all I am, and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I am love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe. I believe what you say of me. I believe. Oh, I believe.
Donna. Donna.
Thank you.
Very much like a Donna. Donna Elaine Miller. Thank you so much. And Andy, thank you at the keyboard, and Reverend Mary also at the vocals. Thank you. We have wonderful music, and we're grateful. So I couldn't help but think this morning, I was thinking about one of the first Sundays we had when we didn't have lights. And what I realized was that we welcomed the fall season in the dark, essentially, in the shadows. But we have welcomed the spring with the light, and I can't help but be incredibly grateful. So let's all just fill this room with gratitude for what we have. And know that we are blessed in so many ways. So many ways. And so now we have the opportunity to offer blessings to the world and to all of those that we know could use a blessing right now. So in our hearts, can we know as we say these words that they are going home to where they need to be. And those that are feeling the warmth of our prayer and the light of our prayer are blessed. So let us say, I know divine love enfolds me. Divine light leads me. Divine life lives in me. Divine wisdom inspires me. Divine compassion expresses through me. And divine power protects me. All I am is Spirit's life in expression. It is good and very good. With deep joy and generosity filling me, I go forward now in sacred service, supporting a compassionate world that works for all. I move through my days in grace and ease, in peace and love, in health and wellness, in fullness and plenty, in loving relationship with all. What I now know for myself, with love and in deep gratitude, I know for all life. There is only God. There is only God. There is only God. So let us stand up, and we are going to know our practitioners are coming down at the end of, to be present for all of us to use as a practitioner. They're wearing their stoles today, and in tribute to all of those wonderful things. So let us sing this song together.